was quick. Michelle, I'm going to assume that you put that comment ages ago. Really looking forward to this live. I so appreciate you doing this. And and shagging squirrels through emoji speak. That's hilarious. Right, so Michelle must have left that comment before and it's just popped up as soon as I've went live. Right, so like I said, if you'd saw the community tab, but if you haven't, like basically what I was just saying was I was quite over enthusiastic when I posted I was going to be doing it on the full moon, and it did cross my mind. I don't know if I'm going to be feeling that, because on a Capricorn moon, I wouldn't say I like it, but I usually get shit done. But I usually like to kind of get my work stuff done behind the scenes. It's not so much. By the way, I don't think Michelle's here. I think that's a comment that she left ages ago, Nathan. But she might be on now. Oh, there she is. Michelle, did you leave just to confuse matters? Fucking hell. And hello, Nathan. How are you both doing? Michelle, did you leave that other comment like about the shagging squirrels? Did you leave that the other day when I scheduled it? Well, last night. My voice has done that really loud thing again where I go loud as soon as I've let's just put the volume down, Claire. Do you know what I mean? I just want to be chill tonight. I'm very tired for several different reasons. I feel very much in my shadow. I feel when I'm saying this, I'm channeling the energy of where many or all of us will feel, regardless of whether you're a divine feminine or divine masculine, because we've all got both, but you know what I mean. And look, it's very apt. Rest time. Look, that's me. She's like, fuck off. I'm just fucking knackered. I'm going to do this live stream, but that's how I'm feeling. Maybe not fuck off. That's a bit harsh. Welcome the divine masculine. I'm only joking. It's not mine. I don't know who we're welcoming, but well, unless we're talking about my inner divine masculine. Oh, look, balance is behind it. You, the muse. And by the way, these messages will be relevant to someone there because I was just trying to show you. In any dirt or carnage of yesterday belongs nowhere near now, but rather in the dustbin of history where we need not rummage about. That basically feels like whenever I say, whenever true twin flame divine physical unions come about, you're better just leaving the past in the past. But that doesn't mean that you don't have conversations about the past, but it means like not pulling stuff up every day about, well, remember when you done this and you remember when you done that. Right, but I haven't actually shuffled these, so let that message earlier. Oh yeah, you left it earlier today. I thought that I could feel it. I could feel, because it was there as soon as I went live. Right, so what I'm going to do is, the only people that left comments on the post were you, Michelle, so I will do you a card, and Charlotte. So I think I'll just do Charlotte's card now, and if she comes later, then we can just tell her to watch that on the replay, but just so that I don't forget in case she's not going to be on here live. So, what deck do I want to go with? I think I want to go here. So, this is for you, Charlotte. And if you would like a card, just let me know. So, Nathan, let me know if you would like a card. And if anyone wants the special super full moon spread that I'm going to be doing, that's what I'm going to show you after I do the one card readings that are here just now. Oh, did she actually say that? Right, okay. Right. Whereabout did she say that? I've missed that. I just saw a comment. Right, okay, so let's see. This is for Charlotte. My love life is going nuts, all sorts of roller coaster energy, and yes, a card, please. Yes, well, I very much feel that's going to come out in the cards, even, because it's, remember, so just out of interest, can you remember what was going on in your life the 23rd of December 2022, or the days surrounding that? So, like, either a few days before or a few days after, because chances are whatever was going on in your life, in any area of your life, there'll be conclusions, you know, answers may be coming around this time, endings of any kind, closure, yeah, just all these kind of things, all of these kind of themes might be coming about. And like I said, Capricorn energy, if you're not aware of Capricorn and Saturn, and, you know, I channeled a bit about this in the post when I shared that thing. I love that thing. I read that, for fucking hell, that's brutal, man. but I will have been drawn to it because of what I said. Like, I've got Saturn retrograde in Scorpio in the first house, right next to my Mars in Scorpio. Like, I do not fuck about. I do not fuck about when it comes to quite a lot of things. Do you know what I mean? I'm very, very empathic, very gentle, very loving. But when it comes to certain things, like, because I was like, that totally isn't me in business in the sense of most people. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not ruthless and ambitious and kind of, throwing people out the way to get to the front. Kind of like, that is fucking. I'm the polar opposite of that. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, fuck off. You know what I mean? Run ahead, win the race if you want. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you want to fucking, like, again, don't really want to go into my shadow that much there, but it's like when I channel about, I've had loads of people metaphorically do that to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, push me out the way in the mud and take my ideas with it, actually, and just to be the apparent front runner. But it's like, I've never wanted to do things that way. I never will do things that way, and it isn't me. And so fair play to you if you are. And like I say, like, I'm a bit tongue in cheek here, but I'm being serious too. Um, if that is anyone, I would bet my bottom dollar they would have some very strong Capricorn Saturn placements. You know what I'm saying? But where it is me is when I thought about the word, and again, it's in my other room, but whatever that bit is about, like, it said something about, taking the pain and taking it to hell or something. I thought, fucking hell. But that did remind me of my Pluto retrograde in Scorpio. Like, I literally do take on people's pain, transmute it in my own body, which is a rare thing that not all shamans do, um, and then release it. And let me tell you, that comes with its issues. I have to constantly clear my energy. And yes, anyway. Um, and basically, I lost my train of thought. But anyway, if you read it, you'll see what I said. Like, you'll see what it says. It's very brutal in its wording, but it really did speak to me specifically about the twin flame journey, because with that aspect, I am laser focused. I do know why I'm doing it for both myself and why I'm doing it for others, and a lot of others, as in the soul family. And nothing's going to stop me. Never give up. But it's in the sense of coming from a place of unconditional love, compassion. It doesn't mean it's not hard, blood, sweat, and tears, brutal, very difficult karmic lessons that I'm helping others with, going through myself, blah, 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 blah. It's all of this, but it's worth it. And what I've just channeled there, and I was looking all about the room when I was saying it, that is very Saturn, whatever sign it's in, but it's very brutally passionate with me because mine is in Scorpio. It's like, I'll fight to the death. Do you know what I mean? It's like, Nathan, what did you put and take away again? I'm always intrigued when it's like message retracted and I didn't see it. So yes. Right. So, and again, if you think about it, actually, that fits with that. Welcome the divine masculine, and any dirt or carnage of yesterday belongs nowhere near the now. Very interesting. Right. Okay. So, let's do Charlotte's card. Let's do Charlotte's card. But yes, so just think about it. Can anyone think about anything that was going around for that new moon in your life? And is anything looking like it's coming to some kind of conclusion? I've already had things happen in my life, like around these few days, and probably yet to still have more, where definitely things that were going on in my life then have reached some sort of conclusion or ending or something. And in a relief way, I'm having a lot of, and these are all words that come about. Like a full moon, you're meant to visualize what it is you want to come about. So like I said to Nathan in a comment on one of the shorts, I said, I was giving Nathan that Saturn and Scorpio kind of, row in a, what do you call it, like a mama wolf way, which, excuse the pun, I need to read this card before I forget. Because when I took this out of the box, this was staring at me, and I was like, I need to read this for everyone. It was for me, but I feel it's for everyone as well. That it was like, think about what you do want rather than what you don't want. Do not put any energy into what you don't want right now. Seriously, very, very important, because it's a supermoon, and a supermoon. Oh my God, I bet you what I'm saying is going to fit with what, is what I said. Right, anyway, I'll read what Nathan's saying in a minute, because I just need to spit this out. Channel energy into what you do want rather than what you don't want, right? But Capricorn Saturn energy doesn't fuck about, right? It really doesn't. And like I said, I'm talking about my own placements because it's relevant. I would know what pain and tough lessons are with Saturn and Scorpio. Like, wherever your Saturn is, it's going to be tough. But again, Scorpio, by the way, I don't know what just happened there, but it knocked me off. The Scorpio is brutal pain, right? So Saturn is the hard taskmaster. So, you put the two together and that's what you get. So that's why I can help people with tough lessons on the twin flame journey in any part of your life, because I'm used to it, I'm a toughie. But that means I really need to check in with whether I have the strength to do something, because it's like, that's what I meant by I love my work so much that it's like I really have to be sometimes dying with my leg hanging off to not come and do something that I said I'm going to do for you. But it's not so bad. It's not so bad now. Do you know what I mean? And actually, when I'm not, well, it's not at my best. It's just when I'm in my shadow. Sometimes I actually kind of feel that's my best work. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's the best sort of. Because I'm just like, do you know what? I'm going to be a moody bastard when I'm doing this, and I'm not going to apologise. Do you know what I mean? Thanks. So from that note, let's get into this. Let's do Charlotte's card, because I really do keep getting pulled over. What's Charlotte's card at this full moon in Capricorn? And hopefully she can reflect back and share, if you're guided to Charlotte, in the comments afterwards, what was going on in your life, or can you see any kind of theme related to 6 months ago? It's okay if you can. I just think it's fascinating when you can. Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, I already know without Charlotte being here, that's going to speak to her. Creative expression. So there's something going on around this time right now for you, or, you've already been doing this, but it's just this continued theme for you about speaking up about where it might be a bit more uncomfortable. And it did just pass the 11:44 mark there when I was speaking. So I really do feel, it's part of, this is part of your mission, is that and I mean, that is part of Charlotte's mission anyway, is speaking her voice more and helping others do that, as well as that is the same as me. But I actually feel that's the same as everyone that's drawn to me, because that's my mission too. Do you know what I mean? Generally around this area, it's like I've went from being shy as fuck to, well, sitting doing what I'm doing here on a public platform. Do you know what I mean? But it's like I really do feel that I'll really, really speak to Charlotte, and it's about getting creative with how you go about it. I also do feel, I do just want to pull another sneaky card. I feel there is something about like getting uncomfortable there as well. You know what I mean? So it's like really leaning in to the more challenging speaking up your voice. Yeah, and I know she's going to know what that means, but I just want to pull a card with it. And remember, when I'm saying Charlotte, this will make sense to a lot of other people as well. 11, paint the sun back into your sky. Yeah, and I feel it's about that's what I was drawing that card before I came on here. I feel this is basically about like you putting your own needs first, and I channel things like this to Charlotte all the time over the years, because Charlotte's a Pisces sun, with a Libra moon, and a Sag rising, but particularly the Pisces sun, the Libra moon bit, these are two of the kind of signs. And then I always say Cancer as well. So when you've got any of that combination of, well, some people will have all three, but 2 out of 3 or even one, pay attention wherever it is in your chart. It's like, I feel it's like you're really being guided to speak up about your own needs, and where you would have kept quiet to keep the peace, because that's very important for Libra moons. They'll feel it stronger than any of the other moon signs, that, to keep this love, peace, and harmony. I feel you're really being guided into that balance of, it's okay to speak up for yourself, and even if it means rocking the boat, or putting people's noses out of joint. Love it. Love it. Right. Okay. So now let's read these messages, and then I'll do Michelle's. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if I do just kind of get off here either around 7, or it's fine if it's a bit later than 7, but I don't want to be holding the phone for like 2 hours kind of thing. So, and that's very Capricorn, just I'm sticking to the boundaries. Ish. Right. My love life's going all kind of nuts. Right, I read that. But actually in the live chat, oh, right. Why have I totally missed that? Oh, maybe I just didn't see. I'm going to have to go and have a wee look at that, Michelle. Thanks for saying that. Right, ride that roller coaster as calmly as you can. If it exactly, brilliant advice. Well, I'm taking a pause on the twin flame journey. Well, good luck with that, Nathan. You can tell me what that means in private, but I don't think so. And having a romantic evening in a few days with someone new for now. Oh, okay. That's that's interesting. All I'm gonna say is that's interesting with what I put in the comments. Of the oh my god, that's right. Just go look what I put in the comments. Yeah, we're gonna need to have a session. Yes, interesting. And there's loads of I'm holding myself back from saying things, right? Because yeah, I'm holding myself back from saying things because how do we know? Like, do you know for 100% certain that who you thought was your twin flame is your twin flame, and the one you're going to do? Like, anyway, anyway, happy for you, Nathan. Not always easy to do that. I wish you would. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Michelle. Sad to say, but I just need someone to hold me, even if it's just a few moments. When oh, Nathan, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. And you've got to do what you got to do, brother. Right. Right, okay, right. We're going to move on to that because again, it's like I don't want to get pulled into stuff that's too personal, to be honest, just because that's me right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Rest and release. But Nathan, I'm here for you when you want to do that session because it sounds like it's divinely timed that happens soon. Right. Okay, so speaking, well, who wants to go next? Will we do Michelle's cards or Nathan's? I'm wondering whether I should do Nathan because again, it is just one card, but because I pulled Charlotte too, I don't mind pulling used to as well to be fair. But just because I'm talking to Nathan there, it feels like it might be good timing to do Nathan's. Is that okay, Michelle? What day is today? It's a Monday. Are you at work, Michelle? Nathan, yeah, I thought that right. Okay. So, what one are we going to go with? Right, actually, wait a minute, user here, so you can have a choice. I'm actually being drawn to these ones, Nathan. So unless you, I mean, you don't know what ones I've got here anyway. Right, so these are the Earth Magic cards, right? And they've got more of a story to it. And I feel this is going to help you and it's going to help, oh, is that the new beginning speaking out there? Is it dance? Dance celebration. So, well, interesting what you just said. There's celebration. I'm dying to fucking know that's something that you just said. Let's put that back and see if it comes out again. Not in the work matrix today, but in the family matrix. Ah, right, I hear you. Right, let's just see. Right, I feel I'm drawn to here, right? So this is for Nathan, everyone, but it could make sense to quite a lot of you. There's every chance it will. Look, Michelle, it's Michelle and everyone, and there's bits of fucking fuck knows what. Crumbs and kids fucking... Mind you, I didn't really let them... Oh, God, honestly. It's... they're little angels, but... The 3-year-old tantrums were a bit test. I mean, fucking hilarious. It's just so funny. I mean, it's very hard to like. It's very hard to discipline. You know, to well, I don't know about discipline, but it's just hard to give a kid a row when they've not been good when they're just fucking hilarious. Do you know what I mean? I have to turn away when I give her a row. Do you know? I was telling my mum. Oh my god! Like I literally turned around for 2 seconds and she ate all the pineapple off my pizza. Oh my god, pineapple! And we know what pineapple mean. Guys, if you're new around here, pineapple is code for twin flame union. Or, yeah, twin flame reunion union. And I've just realised they've guided me to start saying that. But yeah, anyway, it was like literal pineapple. Yeah, I couldn't believe it, but it was so fucking funny. I was like, how are you meant to give her a row? I was like, where's the pineapple on my pineapple pizza? And she was just standing there smiling like, yeah, and do you know what I mean? And she's got Venus and Aries like me, right? So it's like a fucking sass off. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what are you gonna do about it? And she's got Moon in Aquarius, which by the way is up next. That's tomorrow, so that's expect unexpected. Um, and I said to her big sister, I was like, why did you let her eat it? And she did it all before I even had the time to say anything. And like she said it so politely as well. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, it's all right. I was like, it's it's not that big a deal. Because I wasn't saying it in an angry way, do you know what I mean? I was actually just dying to pit. Well, I was laughing. But I was a wee bit like, come on, do you know what I mean? So just as well I had a whole can of pineapple because I'd put it on myself, do you know what I mean? But it was the point. You can't just go fucking taking all the pineapple off somebody. So listen, guys, that's going to be an analogy for something, but I've not got the energy to work out what the fucking hell that's all about. But don't go taking the pineapple of someone else's pizza, whatever that means to you. Karma's going to get you. Oh, that's cracking me up. Right, okay, so crisp crumbs. Yes, exactly. There'll be crisp crumbs in this bed very directly after me doing this because I've got a giant bag of crisps and I'm in that kind of mood. I'm in my shadow. Do you know? I'm just going to sit here and eat a whole of this shit and watch Love Island. And that's what I want to do. Right, how are you doing actually? Happy new moon. Sorry, it's not a fucking new moon. Why do I keep... See what I mean? I keep calling this full moon a new moon. I've done it in the shorts, I'm doing it again, but that's because they're stressing how importantly linked this is to the new moon. So anyway, how is your full moon, Michelle? Because you are Capricorn moon. Won't be hitting your degree yet, but it will be at some point tomorrow. Right. Before it shifts. Right. Where's Nathan's card? Where is Nathan's card? Whether it's related to what he's shared there, he's just very Aquarius, Uranus, expect unexpected through on us. Nathan, this is why I'm like, oh God, I am pretty dying. I am kind of dying to like just do it on here. But Nathan, how have you went from a twin flame reunion to take somebody else out? And because you're the version of me, that would be like me, like, that would be like me doing that. I'd be like, guys, welcome the Divine Masculine, not the original one that I've been singing. Do you know what I mean? Oh dear. So do tell us more on here if you want, or just, yeah. That's too funny. Right, okay, so where's Nathan's card? Whether it's related to that or anything else. Maybe there's just more karmic lessons that you both need to go on and they involve other people, but I don't know, I have got my own feelings on that, and I just think that's very strange that the comment I put on that video, and I'm going to read the comment that I put out on that last video. I quoted, "To those that stand strong and true despite temptation," and I put, "That's defo one for my true divine feminines." And I'm just thinking, you have done that, Nathan. So for you to be like, fuck this, I'm going on a date with someone else, shit must have got, you know what I mean? Some serious shits went down for you to go that way. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, this might be for a private chat. Right, okay, so ebb and flow. Well, that's a polite way to put it, Spirit. Let's see what this ebb and flow... But no, seriously, on a serious note, what you said, I totally feel you, because it's cuddle season. It is literally, Cancer season is for cuddling. And if you've got nobody to cuddle, and if you're the physical touch, are you the physical touch? Remember when I done the... wait till I finish the question, because that could mean a whole lot of everything. Who doesn't like physical touch? But do you know what I mean? It's... Did you do the test for your love language? Because if not, you can just go to that the website and do the test to see what you were. But basically, there was an overwhelming average of people were the same one as what I am, which is your love language is physical touch. And then I made all kinds of jokes at the time. I was like, I don't know how I'm no deed. Do you know what I mean? Like, am I still alive? Like, rest, rest in the fucking, like, on the other side of life. Like, why? Do you know what I mean? Because there's all kind of studies that say that when you're deprived of, like, when you're deprived of a hug or, a daily hug or whatever, it's not good for your mental health, your overall sense of being. I've mixed up all the words, but you know what I'm saying. Right, anyway, let's find the card. I'm in a weird mood. I feel like I'm in the Aquarius moon energies already. Lightning. Just got drawn to the lightning power. Oh, this one doesn't have a number. Ocean. Fuck's sake. Michelle, would you like one from this deck as well? Or would you like me to just see where I'm guided? Oh, that bird's making a weird noise out there. Oh, come on. Ocean. There we go. Ebb and flow. So, the ebb and flow of life is never more clearly represented than in the ocean's movements. The tides of these great bodies of water rise and fall in regular rhythms. And remember, Cancer season is water, feelings. and the waves continue to roll to the shores in endless and varied patterns, just as they... Yeah, I thought you'd like this one. I like this one. Just as they've been doing for millions of years and will continue to do for millions more. These tides and waves maintain a relative predictability unless other unforeseeable forces of nature intervene, which have been known to happen. Does that not kind of make sense? I wasn't really taking in what I was reading there. I was going to say, does that fit with me being drawn to the lightning thing? Hurricanes and earthquakes, for instance, have had dramatic effect on the characteristics of both the tides and the waves. But this is the boring bit, but I'll continue reading it. The oceans cover 70% of the earth, and the human body averages a composition of 70% water. That's probably a reminder to hydrate. I think I need to as well. The dynamic gravitational interaction of the sun and the moon. Oh, that's divine feminine, divine masculine. I take it back about boring because this feels relevant. That moves these massive bodies of water, creates the shifting tides, also affects our human bodies in ways that we respond to instinctually, often having a great deal more influence over our moods and emotional states than we're aware of. Oh, and then see if that fits with how what I've been saying about, oh, you know what I mean? It's like I forgot how well, I find Capricorn moons, depending on what's going on in my life or collective or whatever, I can feel them very, very heavy and yeah, kind of in a hurry for it to pass a lot of the time, you know what I mean? And then, but because it's a full moon and because it's a super moon, it really is, it's a very intense, powerful energy that I'm feeling. It would be interesting to see what the Schumann resonance is doing today and everything. It feels intense, like too intense, you know what I mean? It's like I feel like I just need to stay in my bed and distract myself really, which looks like Love Island. But then I'll just get fucked off because they've done the thing where they put them in the... I need the people that watch it to come on, which is nobody, but I'm sure it's people that lurk. But it's when they split the couples up and they try and break them up by putting other people in. But I'm not being funny, right? See how they put the girls in with all the guys and the guys in with all the new girls, and none of those guys are nice. Well, I didn't really find any of them very attractive, to be honest. I was like, I'd be just sticking, you know. Are you going to stick or are you going to twist? I'm going to stick, thanks. That's hilarious. Sorry, that is so, as random as it is, that has totally got something to do with it. Because think about what I've just said before to Nathan. And that's about when the temptations come in. Are you going to twist or are you going to stick? I'm going to stick with what I've got, thanks. You never sent me better. Oh, that's hilarious. Right, I'm finding it funny anyway. Right, okay, so an important aspect in the art of... Oh my god, this does have meaning. This has a lot of meaning because they've just guided me to the fact that the couple that I believe are the hottest, and sorry, just bear with me. I know you don't, if some of you don't watch this, you're going to be, what the fuck are you talking about? But just listen, right? In this program, there's a couple that, like, they're both smoking hot people separately, but together they're fucking on fire. Do you know what I mean? Like, so why the two of them would either look at somebody else, I have no fucking idea, right? But what they've just done is they've sent a guy in for her. And the thing is, the one that she's with, he is very... I mean, they're a lot younger than me, right? But they're all hot. Every one of them in there is hot, right? Apart from the ones that have just come in, right? The ones that are meant to be... Oh, that they're not called... What are they called? It's not love bombers. I can't remember what they call them. Bombshell, love bomber. That's hilarious. Be aware of love bombers coming to you because they're not called love bombers. They're called bombshells, and I just called it a love bomber. But yeah, that guy did have a wandering eye, right? But it's because he's used to being a flirt and he's never had a girlfriend before, right? So anyway, long story short, he spoke to other people, but he didn't really do anything, and then he's basically locked it down with her, right? Or so we think. We'll probably be swallowing my words and everything when I watch tonight's episode because fuck knows what this guy's going to do, right? But I'm really hoping he's... Anyway, he's young. He probably will fucking be putting it about all of them, but whatever. The point is so and then I watched it and I thought, wow, girls and men, but girls in particular can be so toxic, right? Because he, Michelle, keep it clean, Michelle. I'm trying to remember what I'm saying, but it's like, well, I'm not remembering because they're telling me what to say, but it's funny when they do this because it's like, it is going to have meaning. Like, I'll laugh when I'm watching it back, but basically, Yeah, like the other girls were saying to that hot girl, they were like, look, just do what you want to do because look at what he done to you. And, you know, if that's what he done when you were there, of course he's going to go OTT, like, you know, he's going to go for it because you're not there. And you could see she's like thinking, yeah, you're right. But, you know, I could see her thinking as well, like, I don't know, like we've spoke about this and it felt like he was genuine. And you know, he basically it's putting a spanner in the works. There you go. I've just looked at you saying spanner. And that you didn't need to take it away, Michelle. I was only joking. I shall spanner myself. See how that meant? See how that had meaning? That's probably just so that you said the word spanner because it got to the bit when I said a spanner in the works. That's hilarious. Michelle, you spanner. Yeah, it wasn't even that bad. Didn't need us. She didn't need to spanner herself. That's so funny. About to piss. Yes. Well, I'm glad I made you laugh. I'm laughing at me using Love Island to do the channeling. Sorry, Nathan. I will eventually get to the rest of your message, but it has meaning. Oh, this will have more meaning than we even realised. So, um, Nathan, I hope this doesn't have meaning for you, by the way, because this is in the middle of your card. Anyway, I'm just going to push that out of the way, but I'm just realising that it's going to have meaning to someone. So basically, right, all those girls are putting in her ear. So when I'm saying girls, this could be guys to a guy, it could be girls to a girl, or change it, whatever. But it's like, you know, they're all like to her, look, just fucking do what you want to do, because you know that he's going to do that. He's already done that, right? But he didn't do anything bad before, in my opinion, right? So anyway, but what they've done is really crafty because they've actually sent in a guy that she was already a model, another model, and she's a model because of course they are because they don't fucking pick your average Joe off the street. They put fucking models on the TV to make us all feel even shitter about ourselves, and you probably do. You know what I'm saying? Um, but it was a model guy that she was already speaking. By the way, he's from Edinburgh as well. But it's like a guy that she was already speaking to, but they hadn't went on a date yet. And I'm like, oh come on, that's not fair. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like she's clearly going to be guided to think, oh, he's more the commitment type than the cheeky one. Whereas I don't think that's fair because the other guy, it's like he's just starting to get to a place of wanting to give that a go. And anyway, but I could be taking my words back because that guy could go fucking wild when these birds come in. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, but yeah, there is something about that, about not being peer pressured into something because everyone's like, oh, they're definitely going to do this because they might not be right. And also, on that, it's very different from life. It's a game, remember, and they're trying to win 50 grand. So whenever a couple looks like they're very well suited and genuine love, people are going to try and split them up because they won the money. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, wherever that has meaning for someone out there on the twin flame journey, it's going to have meaning because for me to put that comment in about temptation, because that is what happens on the twin flame journey is counterfeits, temptations are sent your way to both counterparts to see whether you're going to fall at the hurdles. And I do feel falling at the hurdles wherever that happened on either side is meant to be. It's meant to be because you learn from it. Everybody learns from it. But then I think you get sent other lessons again to see if you're going to, you know, do that again. I was going to say fail, but they stopped me from saying the word fail because it's not failing. It's just to see if you're going to do it again. And then you have to, you know, you just keep repeating these karmic lessons. Because that's twin flames have done it. You've had many lives with your twin flame, and you will have all this different shit will have happened in each life, and it's each time. It's like, look, it's 33 minutes, Jesus, which is forgiveness as well. It's about whether you're going to keep making that same mistake, like repeating the same lesson over and over. But I feel the collective that I'm picking up on now, it's like, well, you can't play the game if somebody just bows out completely. Do you know what I mean? So I honestly don't fucking know what that means to be honest. But it is. It's like I feel it's like yeah, it does feel like last chance. What does last chance saloon mean? But it does. This is the time to get it right for the ones that were always meant to get it right, and that's why I think it says, "Welcome the divine masculine." Right. Okay. So here's the rest of the exciting bit of the card. An important aspect in the art of living is to move with the ebb and flow of your emotions, joining their fluidity but not being captured by it. It is also not necessary to become obsessed with any particular fluctuation in mood or feeling. They are simply emotions, often activated in ways that are completely beyond your understanding. When you neither minimise nor exaggerate the intensity and importance of your emotions, you have a greater sense when and how to express them. I actually feel that's about when I always say a full moon is never a full moon is never a time to have an important conversation, whether it be love, twin flame related, or anything related, really, because your emotions are far too high. And you're likely to say things that, well, it just depends. You're likely to say things that you do mean, but if there's even the slightest chance of anger or anything like that, you could really go overboard. So it's always advisable to leave it to at least the day after, I would say. You've been fighting the ebb and flow of your own feelings, denying your hurt, anger, or sorrow by either attaching yourself to one or the other and nurturing it as if it were nursing a child, or else smoothing over your feelings with more practiced responses that deny and hide what is going on beneath the surface of your expression. Oh my God. Nathan, Nathan and anyone that's resonated with this, if you haven't watched the Mediumship Monday, which chances are you haven't because I only published it not long ago, I actually channeled about Inside Out, the kids' film, which is perfectly fine for adults to watch too. I fucking love it. But yeah, and that really fits with that. When you attempt to constrict yourself from experiencing your emotions, it is much like trying to stem the tides that grow even more forceful with every attempt humans make to control them. And remember, Capricorn is about control. It's about boundaries and strict and everything like that. So allow yourself to swim with these variations rather than resisting them. Right, so whatever that means to you, and I also just want to pull you a card from here. Nathan, are you still here? You do that sometimes. You talk and then you disappear. Like, where are you? Laughter. Oh, look at that. Well, I hope I fucking made you laugh out there. Do you know anyone? But that's what is it? Higher consciousness. Yeah. They're trying to silence me. It keeps doing that. It keeps saying, like, retry to connect. Higher consciousness. It's all part of expanding your consciousness. Whatever is going on. 37, follow your North Node, everyone. Follow the North Node, which is in Taurus for another couple of weeks, and then it's into Aries. Yeah, it's all about expanding your consciousness on this journey. Right. I need to turn these round the right way, I'll keep wanting to look at them. And storm. Every hurricane comes to an end, so whatever that means to you as well. So whatever it is you're going through right now, did you say it felt like a storm or something? I can't remember what you said, but whatever feels like a bit of a hurricane or a storm, it will come to an end. Make the change. She's cutting her hair off. Not advisable in a Venus retrograde pen, but you do you. It's Venus. We're not in the Venus retrograde yet. We're in the shadow, but you know what I'm saying. She's cutting her hair with a sword. Know the best. Bit risky. Think you need a trip to the hairdressers after, but right. Who am I to judge? Maybe all she had to hand was a sword. Oh, why is it doing that? Right. So this is for Michelle, and she wants any insights on the 18-year cycle. Yes. So what have you got in regards to all the lessons that have come up and the conclusions that Michelle's already reached, or ones that are reaching conclusion, and however else would be appropriate to word it? What card would best answer that? I saw that there's an end to a 33-year karmic cycle today or tomorrow. Ooh, that's interesting. I just got drawn to the 33. Did I read all the... I say, Nathan, float in that new ocean and you will quickly know if it resonates or not. Just my 2 cents. Yes. And the thing is, though, it is a personal call. It's just the only reason that it's... Yeah. It is a personal call. It's just... Yeah, the things I want to say, I can't say in public, actually. So I'll just say it, Nathan, in the personal session. It's just because sometimes it's... Yeah, when things happen so close to it, it's a test, basically. Last chance saloon is a common saying, plus a book I've read. I've watched half of, oh right, the Monday. Right, let's see. Yes, but what are the details with that though, next? I'm just wondering if it is one of the planets. I can't think. Yeah, that's scrambling my head a bit. Right, okay. So, it's not relevant to me anyway. I'm only 39, but right, okay. So, but it will be to some of you out there. Right. So this is regarding what Michelle asked. Oh, look at that. Considering your question, that's powerful. Right, ancestors now also as well. And remember, I'm not really I don't tend to ask questions or like request that people ask questions, but because you said that, Michelle, and it felt, it's fine. So if anyone else wants to do that, you can do that too. Oh, I wondered if it was a serious thing because out of another deck I've got in my office, I actually picked up that my Sirius guides were coming in, so that is quite interesting. That is quite interesting. I think I just saw what you saw actually right before. I don't know if it would be exactly the same thing, but um, hmm. Yeah, well, right, there is something in it because I saw synchronicity right before I came on, as well as pulling. Because as soon as I saw that, I thought, hey, wait a minute, I just pulled myself a Sirius card, and it was quite a detailed one, and then interesting. Right, okay, let's read this. So, Cancer season, if you're not aware of that, is about ancestors and is about generational healing. And with where the Cancer energy is in my chart, and my fourth house is got loads of like different energies to do with ancestral healing. So, yes, right. So let's read this card. I can't wait to watch the replay, and this may be a test for me. I mean, it's only going to be a one-time thing. Nathan, are we talking shaggy squirrels here? No, I'm joking. Well, I said it, didn't I? But I wouldn't if you wanted again, and my twin loves giving me the cold shoulder. Nathan, can I just ask, right? I mean, like, are you sure? Are you sure this woman is your twin? I mean, like, to be perfectly honest, like twins can't do that, so it doesn't mean she's not. But are you? I'm just checking. I think I've asked you that before, though, and I think that you're a. Can I just say though? I just got a scam text. That's what that text was. Sorry, but that's a bit weird. I just got one of those PPI payout things. Right as. Okay, that's interesting. Anyway, right. I'll read Michelle's card and then I'll go to that. Right, so ancestors. It's the first one in the book. That feels very meaningful, Michelle, because you're connecting with ending that big cycle. It's like this is the first card in this book. So to me, that's like starting a brand new chapter. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure, and she even agrees with me. She just doesn't want it to swell my ego. So she said, but this is where. Oh God! Right, right. I'll just finish up, Nathan. I'm going to reply to you, and then I'm going to read Michelle's card because I'll get really pulled into your stuff. But I will after I finish Michelle's. If you said something, I'll look at it again. But that's because I have to get in my head right. Because if you're I'm sure, and she even agrees with me. She just doesn't want it to swell my ego. Sorry, I'm just applying it to my so the thing is that what that kind of says to me is that she's not I don't like saying it like this, but she's not awake enough, right? Because that's the way he said it to me. Because if she doesn't want it to swell your ego, and does that mean that because it's like, do you mean in the way that because you're right about what you are to each other, or swell your ego in the fact that I don't know. Well, like, do you like because you don't ever come across in the right? You don't come across, in the type A type person world. I've never called it that before, as like some big fucking egotistical, dickwad. Sorry, but I mean it. Feel free to chip in, guys, if you think Nathan's a dick. But he always seems like pretty lovely, genuine guy that's sharing his feelings on here. That took a few years to do it because he'd been a. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So it's some of the comments, like, who is this woman? Bring your twin flame on here at once. But no, I'm joking. It's like some of the comments that you make, that she makes to you, are pretty harsh, is what I'm saying. But that, again, fits with twin flames. They can be harsh to each other. But it's kind of like, but also, so there's that. But it's also, Nathan, I hope you can handle this Capricorn harsh truth that's coming out right now. It's no me, I'm just channeling it. They're channeling it through the filter that is me, that can be harsh when needed. But it's all for the common good. It's the fact that your mirrors. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, pushing, yeah, exactly. Push pull energies. But it's like, so if she's saying to you she doesn't want to give you a big head, basically, it's like she doesn't get it that you're on the same team. Do you know what I mean? And it's just because I was thinking about how that could fit with other twins, right? And I'm just trying to think of a client example so that I don't need to use my own example, but I can't think of one. So I'm going to just trust that if I just let the words come out my mouth, that it'll be all right. So that would be like if my twin didn't want to admit what we were to each other because he doesn't want me to get a big head about the fact that I've been right all along. And I would say that is pretty spot on. Ding, 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 ding. That would hit the nail on the head for what that would mean for me and him. Again, like, just calling a spade, whether that is actually still the case, but that would definitely have been the case at some point, may still very well be the same case. Do you know what I mean? But what way in which did you mean? Like, does she mean like, are you a bit of a boy about town? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it just doesn't. We need the answers to these questions, Nathan. So could you hurry up and type them if you feel led? I'm not forcing you. And then we can read Michelle's card because it does help other people. It's, as well, right? Like, to be fair, that bit there, I'm just analysing this. And my twin loves giving me the cold shoulder. If she's your true twin flame, she doesn't love giving you the cold shoulder. She doesn't. It looks like that and it sure does feel like it, but she doesn't love doing that. She doesn't understand why she does it herself. But in truth, with twins, it's actually because she doesn't know how to receive the love that you have for her. And then going even deeper, it's about, you have to find that unconditional love for yourself, but both people need to find it. You're a mirror. And so that's why I say about I'm very reluctant to cheer people on when they're a true twin flame and they're talking about getting involved with other people at this point, because it's like, do you know what I mean? Because it's difficult. It's difficult to say the course, but I also do both true. Like, both truths are true. Like, it is also true when if someone's saying to me, whether they're saying this, like you are here or in person, I'm just like missing, yeah, physical touch and being look. I do understand that too. So it's, yeah, like you said, but it's really difficult. It's a really difficult one. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? It's difficult because I do have my own feelings on it, and it is a difficult journey. And it's just that it always makes sense to me that if the divine feminines do exactly the same as the divine masculines, the karmic cycle will never end. Basically. And then, do you know what I mean? It is pressure. I was about to say it's like the twin flames are here. It's about helping the energies on the planet and the world. But at the same time, you can't take that on your shoulders. If you need a wee bit of a look at this. Michelle, that's your fault for what you commented earlier. But do you know what I mean? If you need I just, do you know what I mean? It's just, yeah. Oh dear. Well, I believe the way she reads it is she doesn't like me flirting with her excessively. She thinks I'm all about sex. Oh, so that was relevant. It was relevant. That's hilarious. See what I mean? Because it's sometimes difficult for me because Nathan is the same energy as me, but that's where we're different because I've got Mars and Scorpio, and that's the most sexual you could be, really, to be honest. It is. Mars is your sex sign, and Scorpio is sex. But so it takes a lot of self control. Let me tell you, it takes a lot of self control, but at the same time, it doesn't. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like the only divine masculine that I want to welcome is my divine masculine. So, do you know what I mean? But I know that it doesn't, that's not like, oh, I'm doing it the right way and other people are doing it the wrong way. It's just that's the only way I know. So I can't, you know what I mean? It doesn't, I can't guide people any other way, basically. But it's complex because I've still just got, I don't know, I need to speak to you one to one. Because you do need to have boundaries. Do you know what I mean? And it's like that bit is important about if someone still isn't getting that in a connection, that you mirror each other, and that the more you shit on the other one, you're shitting on yourself, and then you will come full circle, be like, why the hell did I do all of this? But without, and then it's like you've got to go into hermit mode and heal yourself and forgive yourself, and it's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work to heal yourself of that without shaming yourself, but then people do still shame themselves, and it's just exhausting even explaining it. But so basically, she doesn't want her admitting her feelings for me to go to my head. Yes, no, 100%, yeah, and I get that because I think that's the case with all twins, but that's where she needs to do more work on herself. So I don't know how she would take that if you say that to her, or if she hears some random twin flame healer saying it on the internet. But do you know what I mean? That is the truth of it, because um because I don't think you're going to be like, I told you so, and then be like, well, do you know what? Fuck you. I'm away to fucking put about time with everyone else. Do you know what I mean? So I suppose what I'm saying as well is, be careful she's not testing you. There's just a whole lot going on there. That's loaded. It's my Alan from the Hangover meme brain, where it's like I'm 2 + 2 is 4, and with the calculate, you know what I mean? It's all going off in my head here. So remember that you take on other people's karma if you engage in the carnal. Yeah, and there you go. Actually, so that does fit in as well. I think that fits in with what I was saying, but I guess what I'm trying to say at the same time, to be objective here, which is quite hard for me to do when it comes to this topic, is people are going to do what they're going to do, and it doesn't mean it's wrong. So I suppose I'm basically saying to you, Nathan, it's like if someone comes along and they're, no, I can't, they're not letting me say it because it's not what I believe. Sorry. You have to go to one of the false twin flame channels that's telling you to go down Soulmate Avenue. Do you know what I mean? That's not what we do. That's not what we do here. Nathan, come on, get back on the horse. See through it. See through the fucking bullshit. Oh dear, too funny. I need to go now. Yeah, see, look, that's not a coincidence. I just cut the deck and pulled the card that I pulled on. This is so random, but I just about to say that I pulled on the Mary Magdalene. That sounds like a boat or something. But I meant to say the Mediumship Monday, but that doesn't feel like a mistake that I said that I pulled on the Mary Magdalene. That was about to say I pulled on the Mary Magdalene. I can't deal. This is one of these live streams, right? I've actually got a stitch. This has actually made me feel better, by the way. I felt quite shit, and now I feel a lot better. Along with the fucking chocolate cookies that my mum brought me up. But it's I've not had them yet though, that's coming later. It's basically I think when I was getting Mary Magdalene, it's because that's what Mary Magdalene to me encompasses. And I get really serious about this shit. I mean, why do you think I fucking dragged myself to that fucking chapel for us? Nathan, I dragged myself to that chapel for us, and you were the first one on that live. I'm just saying. Do we need to read this? I think we need to. Oh, this is hilarious. No, I need to read Ancestors. I need to. That took. This is just This is too much. It's too. See how I'm actually wanting to run away from. I can't get my words out. This is This is either how you feel or that's your twin flame. That's your twin, and your twin flame's a woman. So this makes even more sense saying this. It's like that's your twin flame. When it comes to actually articulating the feelings and dealing with all of this, she's just like, fuck this, I'm out. And she runs like fuck. But what you have to do when they do that, regardless of whether you're a male divine feminine like Nathan or a female divine feminine or whatever you identify as, is you have to be like, okay, I respect that you're doing that, but I still love you. Do you know what I mean? And give them their space. They're not touching hands, but it's like, I'm here when you need me. And then they're like, fuck you, why do you still keep loving me even though I'm being a... I was about to say something stronger. And then they'll be confused and they won't be able to get it. And yeah, but that's basically... Right, okay. Hope that answered your question. Nathan, your questions are never simple, but I love it. It gives lots of teaching moments. I'm going to read this card that I've completely... Michelle, I pulled this for you, Michelle, didn't I? Right. But see, when I go in between the people, it all means something. I'm down a Mary Magdalene tunnel just now. I lit a red candle and I've found a new book of hers. It's channeled about her priestess journey. Yes, well, you're going to be, because you were in all my, you were in all my groups and stuff, and this is what I teach from. This is what I come from. This is the strongest twin flame journey I'm connected to, is that energy, and that's why I don't go. I can't lead people down Soulmate Avenue and Soulmate Road, and you know what I mean. And believe me, it's why, like, whenever I've been guided to different sorts of people as well, whether it's watching them or actually getting help from them, I always come back to myself, because I've seen that's what I meant. That's what I meant actually with that big picture, because there's some people out there that make out that they're playing the long game and they're putting in all that hard work and that, and nobody's saying they're not, but it's like, some of them will get pulled off and tempted down Soulmate Avenue and that as well, because at the end of the day, people just want sex and they want that release. But then they wake up and they're like, oh, fuck. Do you know what I mean? And what I'm saying is, I'm not that person. Like, I could go out and get that if I wanted, but I don't want it, so I don't do that to myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's just, I don't know why I was given with that kind of self-discipline, but at the same time I do. It's because of what I'm doing here right now. And that's how you can spot a true twin flame. There's not many. And there's even ones out there that will make out like they're real. And by the way, can I just say, I'm getting real on my high horse now. When I was channeling the other day about high profile twin flames, and I think you're going to see one splitting up, I actually was led to what I was talking about. But that's all I can say about that, because you just see what you're led to. But I was led to it. Like, I know of something that was high profile, and when I was seeing these people claiming they were twin flames, I was like, again, and nothing, not like, but seem nice people, but I'm like, they're not twin flames, because I just didn't tune into any. There just seemed to be, there wasn't any sexual. There was always a friendly vibe, but there was no sexual. There was no push and pull. There was no. I didn't feel any like I didn't feel any feelings that they want to rip each other's clothes off. I didn't feel any kind of frictions of what Nathan's talking about. Like, actually, because when you're saying that, Nathan, about the kind of, I feel that she just doesn't want to inflate my ego. Like, I really 100% do get that. Like, I completely get what you mean. And it's just basically what I said. That it's like, it's annoying though, because it's like, I don't know why. Well, I do and I don't. Like, it's annoying though that twins would think that about one another. That it's like, oh, I don't want to give them the satisfaction of being right, because that's like, if it's like the people that are truly on the twin flame journey, it's like, for fuck's sake, when you've been apart from your twin that long, that is going to be the last thing, and it's not even going to come on the radar. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just, that's what it's about. But it's only if you've truly had that compassion for yourself that it's like, right, another thing they're talking to me about as well is, it takes a very, very humble and strong person to not give somebody a hard time when you really could. Like, and I feel when we're talking about twin flames, it's because if you like I said, if you found that love and that unconditional love and acceptance for yourself, and you know how difficult it is for some lessons that you've went through, and you know that you mirror, it's not that you let them off the hook with everything, like, but it's that it comes back to this actually. Any dirt or carnage of yesterday belongs nowhere near now, but rather in the dustbin of history where we need not rummage about. It's like you have an open and honest conversation. You can, right, I'm just laughing. You can tell that this is activating my third house of communication. But it's like, you have a conversation, a heart to heart. It reminds me of that other deck. And then you welcome the divine masculine, as in you say goodbye to the toxic masculine. And that might seem a bit harsh, but it is relevant. It's like you say goodbye to the to the programmed matrix masculine, and you welcome the divine masculine, accepting that they've had a rebirth. You know what I mean? So whether that's you're the people that need to hear this because it's you, and you're the ones that are like, oh fucking hell, man, shit, like look what I've done and shit, I'm fucking knackered. Why did I do that to myself? I fucking love this person and they love me. What have I done? Do you know what I mean? You forgive yourself and you step into that. I'm telling you, that's made it madly shit. Right, okay, so now let's read ancestors. Thank you for your patience, Michelle. But you see, and that's got something to do with it as well. You have to have patience. And I know it's hard, it's difficult, it's more than hard, and that's why be very careful who you believe out there is the real deal. And if you don't believe I'm the real deal, well, more fool you. Why would I sit here and make a fucking arse of myself day after day if I wasn't? And don't worry, I've still got some mental health with it. Right, okay, so hopefully you can read my sarcastic humour. So, Michelle. So, over and out, spirit, that wasn't just for Nathan, that was for whoever was feeling all of this energy. Wait a minute, I need to read what Nathan wrote first, and then I'll do Michelle's. I love it, Claire. I get paid in a couple of days on the 5th of July, and I'm getting between... We don't need to know exactly how much you're getting. So I'm very likely booking a session very soon. I'll be emailing. Yeah, just email me and just... yeah, but it does feel time. It does. Right, because remember, Nathan, you can pay it in bits, so that's for everyone else to know it as well. You don't need to pay the full amount. It'll give you an option to pay it in 3 bits. So I get all of the money that is due for the session, but you get to pay it up in bits. So it's very important that people understand that, because it is very handy. Like, I use that for different sorts of things as well. Like, I had to pay something today in 3 different bits and use all different cards, and it was like, I actually had fun though. I was like, I quite have fun doing this, because it's like I've managed to, like, I don't know, it's like I'm teaching myself money management where I just need to. Do you know what I mean? But that's all very Capricorn stuff. Right, anyway. Ancestors are those from whom we're descended, with a lineage that starts with our parents and grandparents and stretches back hundreds of years and even thousands of years. We carry our ancestors' bloodline and are connected. Look, bloodlines again. Mary Magdalene and fucking Da Vinci Code. Oh, God. It's all fucking going on, man. It's too much. And are connected to them both genetically and spiritually, in an underlying continuity of which we may only barely be aware. Although environment and circumstance contribute to shaping us, particularly when we're young, an innate thread of kinship exists that has run the course of history for thousands of years, and it contained in our bodies and in our being. Since we're this is the boring bit. Right, I'll read it. Since we're biologically and soulfully connected to these spirit beings, we can readily call upon them for guidance and assistance in matters concerning our family, community, and ourselves. In this card's image, the hand symbolizes the constant connection. Okay, there's something in that, because I keep calling it the boring bit, because I've always called that in this book, but then it actually gets quite interesting. So, the hand symbolises a constant connection with the past, or at least I feel Michelle will be interested in this. The Australian Aborigines consider their ancestors the core of their spirituality, the culture, and the rainbow serpent. Oh, and I was going on about the rainbow in another video. The spirit being that created all of life on earth intertwines herself through the hands, fingers, representing how Aborigines honour all of creation. No matter our lineage, we have much to learn from our ancestors. Right, okay, thank God we've got to the exciting bit. I'm full-blown in the middle of a family karmic endings, and I'm grateful for this. I felt that. I really did feel that when I was saying that about that it was going to connect with what you've said before. Right. So this is the exciting bit. You have within you the blood of your ancestors. You're deeply connected. Now, can I just say, right, like, I need to intervene here a little bit. This is not, nothing is ever a coincidence. And for some of you, right, you'll be able to go that deep down with me with my Pluto conjunct Scorpio rising. Anyone knows there's astrology, you'll know that's fucking intense, which is why I always say, I don't hide the fact I'm fucking intense, right? When I love hard, right? That's why I couldn't fucking hide it who I loved. Who I still love. And I wouldn't even try. I couldn't even. Well, I did try, and I was actually quite good at hiding. Anyway, that's by the by. There's no secret now. Do you know what I mean? But when I wanted to hide it, I could hide it. Actually, it was probably quite confusing. But that's not a coincidence that I was getting so passionate when I was channeling. I was about to say Mother Mary. I do channel Mother Mary as well. But when I was channeling Mary Magdalene stuff, and why I was guided to the to the Roslyn Chapel on the summer solstice, like I said, for myself, but for the true twin flames is why I was guided there, right? Because I knew there's not many people that would be able to do that really truly get what that's about, and I'm here to seed the light and blah blah blah, all these different reasons for it, right? But it's also because I feel very, very connected with that energy. Like, again, and it's not like it's just, like I know when I'm channeling, I don't actually fully understand that myself. But it was like the next day after the been when I caught the Da Vinci Code and I caught it right at the Roslyn Chapel. But it's all about in the film, like that, she's connected to the Rose line or something. So it's clearly in some kind of past life, I've been very connected to these energies. Whether it's just that I can channel these energies very strongly and I connect with them, or it's something I don't know, but that links, because look, this is talking about the bloodlines and Michelle's. I can just tell. Like, basically, what I'm saying is when I was channeling that bit, it is how I feel, but I feel I was channeling Mary Magdalene energies. Like, like that's because it's like we don't do what other people do because that's what they're saying to me. It's like that's not what I do. Oh, it's hard to explain what I'm. It's hard putting into It's hard trying to put in our language what I'm feeling. It's just like you're here to be different, and you're here to embody that true love energy. And so it's not what right. Okay. That's. I'm like fucking cut that off. Whatever the hell that's coming from. That's just too much. It's too much. It's too much. I told you I'm overwhelmed. This too much. Right. So you have within you the blood of your ancestors. You're deeply connected to your lineage. The most immediate proof of that being the physical resemblance you have to your mother and father, and perhaps even your grandparents. Yet beyond that, although unknown to your usual senses, you're connected to an ancestry that reaches back through the millennia. And I can see how this fits with what I was just saying. This is the time to call upon those ancestors, those who are your bloodline, as well as those ancient ones who've walked the land that you now walk. So for me, it's Mary Magdalene, Michelle, you making me connect to that energy too, or like some of the rest of you do. Or it's for you, it's whoever the energies are, the deities, or whatever words you want to use that you really connect with. It's like, this is a powerful time of doing that, like calling on the ancestors in Cancer season, because that is the energy of ancestors. In many indigenous cultures, it is believed that the essence of your ancestors inhabits many of the physical aspects of the land. In other words, they are in the trees, the water, the air, the animals, the stones, their blood being in the very dirt and sand you tread upon. Next time you're outside, allow your senses to open to these ancestors who abide in the physical world. And any time at all, allow your heart to open to those spirits to whom you're related through your hereditary and those to whom you're connected by the virtue of the land upon which you live, which is connected to. Now, I'm going a bit kind of like. I can't unsee the Da Vinci Code now, although it's very violent, but it's like I'm, and again, because we know I'm all about the connections, but it's like, I know I'm channeling into what will speak to Michelle too. It's like, to me, that's talking about ley lines and stuff like that. It's like connected by virtue of the land upon which you live. So again, I really do feel they're guiding you to basically the next time you get a really strong pull or push to you said push pull, a strong pull or push to go somewhere, whether it's near to where you live or a bit further away, go, because that's what that was for me that day. You know what I mean? I don't like going out about and all. I don't fucking like going to the end of the road. Never mind fucking 2 buses away. Do you know what I mean? I got a lift though, but I did have to get I think it was actually, that's a bit dramatic. I think it was, no, it was 2 buses, it was. Or did I have, yeah, I did have to get 2 buses. Do you know what I mean? Right. Anyway, let's pull one of these 2 and see if Mary Magdalene comes out. I'm going to piss myself. There's literally, I never, well, it's not I never, but I haven't used this deck for a long time. I don't know if she's still in there. I don't know if she's still in there, but what always struck me is I think the Mary Magdalene in this deck actually looks like me. And I haven't seen that on other decks, but I think it does. She's got a long dark pleat and blue eyes. But it's more that it says forgiveness on it, which is why, you know, and if you think about it, with my language that I talk to Spirit, when I see 33, I instantly think Jesus, but forgiveness. But the forgiveness card in this deck is Mary Magdalene, which tells you what? Mary Magdalene and Jesus are the same energy, because they're twin flames. That's me going deep into the connections here. Right, okay, so, whew. What do we need to know for Michelle? What saint or guide or what energy goes with that? St. Francis of Assisi. But look, there's a wolf. What's the next card I'm going to read? A wolf. See what I mean? It's just fucking... Or is it a husky? We're going to call it a wolf. I think it's a husky. That's when you get a bit excited and you have to be practical. But the doves too, bringing in the peace. And again, animals. That card I just read was very shamanic. The power animals. So I feel like, oh, Michelle, you're connected to the wolf too, though, aren't you? So you see, this is my power animal, but this is, I'm sure that's Michelle's as well, because when Michelle first found me, she mentioned that. And I feel this is a lot of inner child healing, and of course that's about ancestors. So there's something about doing a lot of inner child healing, or you have been, and there's something about connection to animals. Check out the St. Francis of Assisi as well, because, or however you say that, because it's, I can't remember what else that's a saint for, but it feels significant. Right, okay, so, oh my god, my hand is like going to sleep here. Right. Right, we're here to seed the light. Yeah, see, look, and then you've just read that. You've just said that. I've just channeled that, and I hadn't saw you say this. So we're here to seed the light, and a lot of that is coming into union, and the twin flame love becomes a nuclear bomb in a good way, seeding the light, elevating consciousness, pushing back to that. Yeah, there you go. You've had good teaching from somewhere about that. Have been, because that's why I would say that, like, that's why I walk on the beach every day, seeding the light, and why I'm guided to different places in the world. Like when I was in Italy, when it was right for the pandemic, and then obviously that Roslyn Chapel isn't actually that far away from me, but it's pay attention to where you're guided to. Have been gaslit to the moon and back, and heavy narcissistic family. Yeah, Michelle, the thing is, all twin flames have somewhere, basically, you know, whether it's further back down the generations or not so far back, it's there for everyone. So everyone take note of that. But again, it's not about, it's about healing it. You know, we're here to, well, as a shaman, I have to say, like, you know, it's about what can you do to, well, it's a balance actually, to heal things, but also to have boundaries, and to then come back full circle. And anyway, it's a bit loaded. And again, if it's not family around you, it's because a lot of people, it isn't, it can be like close friends that are like family and very codependent sort of energies around you, or lovers, or I'm truly grateful and not bothered because I see it in myself. We are now free. Forgiveness, we're free. Yes, love it. I love you too. Bring on the new beginnings, yeah, and that's what I pulled in the post, was the dawn and new beginnings card. Oh, I had doves in a reading today. Yes, well, there's the doves again. Inner child gone wild in a good way. Yes. Right, okay, so I read all of that. So let's, oh, actually, Nyx as well. So it's Nyx's birthday tomorrow as well. So happy birthday for tomorrow. Right, so what deck would you like a card from, or would you like me to just see where I'm guided? Well, have been a lot longer than what I felt. That's a common story. They've just pulled me to. And so the adventure begins. While we're waiting, I'm actually just going to I'm going to go in and get her. I'm going to go in and save Mary Magdalene. Right, there's Christ. Well, I said Mary Magdalene, that's not a coincidence. There she is. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it looks like me, but someone did say it did. I suppose I used to wear my hair like that, but like she's like, I'm very sad. I'm missing my twin flame. Forgiveness. Here I am. Here I am. Welcome, the divine masculine. They've come into balance at last. I've no idea why I'm doing that, but well, obviously I've got an idea, but your reward is here. There's a topic. I'm gonna piss myself. Don't worry, I'm not gonna piss myself, but I'm just laughing because that's what Michelle said. I'm definitely listen. Whether it's fucking happening to folk out there, who knows, right? Most of us are like this. I'm fucking exhausted. I just want off this journey. It's fucking terrible. I drink tea and try to keep myself calm. I fucking go by the astrology. I've grown so much. I've grown out of this fucking treehouse. I'm channeling. I'm not being funny. I'm channeling this is not me. I'm channeling the energy of this for someone. Well, it's me too, to be honest. But it's growth. I've grown so big. I've grown like a tree in a greenhouse. This is more divine masculine energies, but I've been there. Evolution starts when you leave your comfort zone. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Look. If this is your message, you've grown too big for that fucking tree house. You're a fucking tree now. Oh, and you need support for being a tree from other trees. Offer your support to someone experience joy of serving others. I'm laughing because I was once told that I was a very old tree. So that means something. Problem resolved. So yeah, so that does mean something. Feels like soul family. When you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or pedicure. This is very Cancer energy. Yeah, I remember pulling you that card like probably a couple of years ago or something. I know you'll know how much some of this. Yes. Oh God, that's funny. Right. Well, the thing is, Nick, see when you're saying that, people think that, and of course you've grown, and other people have grown, and I've grown, but I'm the kind of, I have to harshly remind people as well that if like some people have been consciously on this journey for like 13 years and 20 years and whatever, and they've still got going to do well, yeah, others have to, what I mean? We all have, basically. But that's why I say be humble. I've seen people come into union that haven't been conscious of it that long. I've helped them. And then that's where I have that test of still supporting others on the journey and believing in the journey full stop. Well, I don't need to believe in it. I know it's real because I'm fucking on it. Yes, don't stop believing isn't my ringtone for no reason. Right. So let's read this. This is very apt that I'm reading this now, actually. So I'll read this card and then I'll do your card next. And then I'll do, well, I was going to do the spread, but I'm fucking knackered. I don't know if I will now. Right. Turn knowledge into wisdom. Because this, this is my main power animal. And this is literally what I've done with all the pain of my own twin flame journey and the interestingness. Yes, I made up a word. Of helping all these other twins for all this time. Wolf Spirit leads you deep into the enchanted forest that holds the secrets to your life. Can you sense her beckoning you to follow, asking you to take all you've learned and all your learning and make it yours? Can you integrate it into your body, mind, and spirit? Whatever lessons you learned along the way, do not leave them unexamined. Be loyal. Oh, yes. I know you're not saying that because you wouldn't need to be on here if you'd completed your lessons because there'd be nothing left to learn. but it's about even when but I think the message is that we can still be in the greenhouse and a tree and it's just hard I think it's about uprooting ourselves, basically. That's what I think it's about. It's like, because I keep seeing all these things in my third eye, it's like, I think many of us can be that tree outgrowing a greenhouse, but to actually remove yourself from the greenhouse can take, well, I don't like using it in our terms of wording, like another few years or decades or whatever, because it's like it's different. Time is an illusion. But what I'm saying is it's like you can do the work on yourself, but it's that uprooting thing. I think that'll it's like, I think that'll just comes. It could seem like it actually reminds me of Mediumship Monday that I channeled a couple of weeks ago. I found in my phone the other day and I was like, why isn't that published? And I think it's because I genuinely forgot about it. But I'm sure I said something about it in that it's like, that's like when it can seem like something's happened to someone overnight, like an overnight success sort of thing, but actually it's just the moment they decided to uproot themselves. And it's like, I know that picture is a tree in a greenhouse, but I'm now seeing another deck of cards I've got where it's like it's a woman in a plant pot, right? She's like maybe it's the fable cards, but like she's a plant in a plant pot, and she then gets taken out the plant pot and planted in a garden. So do you know what I mean? It's like, but all the moment right before she takes herself out or she's taken out to be planted in the new place, it's all the work that came before that, and it's not like some kind of, I don't know, set thing, is it? It's like, I do feel many people can, and it's not staying stuck either. It's just there's more to learn. I've no idea what all that meant, but it all came out of my mouth. Right, okay, so yeah, turning your knowledge into wisdom and experience into magic. You're the one you've been waiting for. And what do I say all the time? That probably is connected to being the wolf. I always say that. We're the ones we've been waiting for. Be still. And also, I was pulling all those rainbow cards earlier, and that is the Rainbow Warriors, the Hopi Prophecy. We are the ones we've been waiting for. Basically, if you don't be the change, that's another favourite. But, if you don't make the changes and be the change and, like, go seed the light where you're guided to do that. Be mindful of how you're, coming from love and back. All these kind of things, it all makes a difference. But also it's that fine balance of like, and it's got drawn the word balance, like that nobody needs to be perfect either. Like we're all growing and learning. And then maybe that's why they gave the analogy of the tree in the greenhouse. It's like if you moved the tree, and again, they just keep making me use that card. If you moved the tree before it was ready, then maybe it would need to go back into the greenhouse because it still had more lessons to learn. Oh my God, this is too much like analogies. I'm like fucking getting lost in it. But again, for those of you that are new to me, because some people are like, what the fuck is she going on about? And some of you that are not new to me might still be like that. But it's like, they just get me to say the words because it's going to make sense to someone, because I'm quite tired now and I'm just letting them spill out. So be still and know that the sound of your heart beats in harmony with the whole world. The appearance of wolf spirit is an auspicious omen that says you're truly in alignment with your destiny. Now, bear in mind, if you missed me saying that at the start, this is when I pulled it out of the deck. This is they were saying that was for me, and that is my power animal. But it's a lot of people's powers animals out there, and it's a card that's often connected actually with the divine masculine. Yeah, right, okay, so next, would you like one of them, the ones I've just been reading, the Spirit Animal Oracle, or we could shuffle them and see if the greenhouse one actually comes out for you. Or we've got the Sacred Creators as well. That was when I was showing the Divine Masculine one. Or do you want me to just see what I'm guided to? Or we've got these wee short and sweet ones that pack a punch. They're very Capricorn. Or we've got the ones with the boring bit and then the exciting bit. Got a bit of fairy magic here as well. What would you like? Or I've got these shadowy work kind of ones as well. Right, I thought you'd like the Sacred Creators ones. Right, let's see. I want to see if I pull somebody welcome the Divine Masculine. Right, so where are we going here? I think I'll shuffle them a bit more. Turning pain into wisdom and magic. I've been on that journey for the last 4 to 5 years at least. But yes, see, Nathan, it's like, I feel that is exactly what Nick's just said. And that's basically what I was saying back. But it's, the guides channeling through me. But it's what I just said. That it's like we all have. We've all got different, you know what I mean? But it's like we're still on it. And that's basically... Do you know what? Go and read that picture that I posted, because I did deliberate, is that the right word? But it's like I did wonder whether I posted it or not, because I thought, is that too intense? You know, because I often do feel that a bit like, you know, I'm very intense. And the thing is, I'm not just saying that, like, anyone that knows their astrology, like, anybody with Pluto conjunct their Scorpio rising and in the 12th house, it's like, some of it can be too intense. You know, it's a bit like, even astrology is a good example. Like, I know other people that like astrology, but they don't go as in depth to it as me. Do you know what I mean? Like, it really is my life. Like, I am obsessed with it. Like, I see people as walking astrology. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it just makes so much sense to me that it can't unmake sense to me. And it's yeah, it's kind of like that's. I mean, God, I'm getting lost. Look at this, it's hilarious. Look at the one that's on the top out of all those fucking cards when I'm saying that. See what I'm channeling right now? That is very like galactic. Like, I'm wondering if that's my serious self coming in now when I'm saying that. But it's like how I always say, like, I always consider like Mayan astrology. I just don't really like to put a label on it. All I know is I start talking about astrology and I can't stop. And it just word vomits out of me. Like, do you know what I mean? And basically it unlocks the, you know, people's DNA, your dormant energy. It basically, yeah, activates people's own gifts, energy, going on and on. Like, you know, that is what I'm here to do. And definitely it's connected to what I'm here to do for Twin Flames. But when I pull it back to, because I feel they're pulling me back to the bit about, they just keep, I need to show the card again. Like, they keep pulling that image about the fucking tree sticking out the tree house. Because, like, so for next, right, with her situation, we could be like, right, you could be like, right, I've been going through this a while. Why? And not going into anyone's situation, but it's like, look, I've been in this a while. Like, surely it's time to fucking move on now. Like, like, I've learnt my lessons. Let me fucking go. Right. And then same for Nathan. Like, fuck, I've been on this for ages. You know, let me go. Do you get what I'm saying? I've been, like, or now me, I've been in this for fucking ages. Let me, you know what I mean? But it's like, as the tree in our greenhouses, there's something else we need to learn. And actually, if it's impatience with the journey, well, that tree's not ready to move on, is it? Because it's about unconditional love. This is where I want to slap myself for being the person that had to say that for the message for everyone. And this is where people would want to slap or punch me. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's true. It is. And that's why go and read that poster that I posted earlier. Because I feel it's, oh my God, I can feel my back's on fire when I'm saying this, but that's why it spoke to me. Some people hang on that bit longer than others. I don't know who yous are. I know which one I am. And that's why I bought the picture. Boom, drop the mic. Love it. Right, now we can do Nix's cards. So it means that actually, see if I pull Welcome the Divine Masculine, that'll be hilarious. So it means that whoever the Yang to Mayan is that once he's learned his karmic lessons and whatever detours or whatever needs to happen in his life, that he'll be a fighter and a warrior too. But even fighters and warriors are a bit exhausted and like be decisive. Maybe there's decisions. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and that's when I feel a lot of twin flames, like we can get confused because it's like, oh, fucking hell, man. I've put in so much hard work. Is this person going to, I just don't know if this person's going to match me or who the fuck are they if you don't know who they are. And that's where you've got to reserve, I don't know, I was about to say reserve judgment, but it's have hope and belief in not just your person, but yourself. Because if you truly do believe that they are your sacred mirror, they will. Right, where's Nix's cards? We've not got a day here. Crater Fire, love it. That's a bit of your Aries rising coming out there. Let's read this. This will definitely be the. Oh, do you know what? I'm just thinking, where the hell's all this passionate energy coming from? But it's because my midheaven's in Leo, and my the 10th house, midheaven is Capricorn energy, Capricorn full moon. So I'm very Leo right now, very extra. And also, can I just say, the Venus, the divine feminine, divine masculine energies are hitting my midheaven. So that is, I've just realised that is also why this very powerful energy is coming through about Mary Magdalene and Jesus. Yeah, that's. I've just realised that's what that's all about. If you're interested in the astrology of it, as I just said, that's what my thing is here. It is because Venus is divine feminine, Mars is divine masculine. Therefore, Venus, oh, you know what I'm saying, divine feminine and divine masculine are rarely in that Leo energy together, but they are right now. This is also heavy baby making energy, so be careful out there. I mean, that's by the by, but it did just spring to mind. Oh, and then of course it is. My mid and Nexus midheaven is in Capricorn. Okay. So, that's funny. Thanks for saying that, because obviously I know that when I'm looking at your chart, but that's very significant as well. So you should really sort of resonate with when I'm saying all that stuff too, because like, and I remember channeling that when I done your chart, is that, you know, because the 10th house is Capricorn anyway, and your midheaven is in Capricorn, like, it's very Capricorn. So it's just basically, it's like you are serious about your work, which I know that you are. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's, but also so that is like that ambition, that drive, but it's also like needing to watch the balance of the overworking and stuff. So, which is again is probably why, well, one of the many reasons why you would have been led to me, because I'm always like that too. You know, like when you're passionate about your work, you need to have that. But and then also there's the fact that you're Cancer Sun. That's probably always going to be a balance in your life, is the work play thing and looking after yourself and just making sure that that you've got a good balance of it. Right, love it. Right, okay, so where is this card? Crater Fire. Maybe I could just talk to Love Island and then I don't need to wait on it. Except I've just talked. I've talked myself into a good mood. Thanks, guys. It's like, see what I mean? It's like, I just know when I get going, I'm like, actually, I bet you'll end up having fun doing this. Right. What's the number? Has it got a number? No, it's just got a wee triangle. Oh, look, it's got a triangle. It's like the triangles on the duvet. I started saying that to Michelle earlier, and then I went off talking about something else. Wait a minute, I need to put this down a second. Oh my god. Right, where the fuck is it? Is it at the end? Oh yes, here it is. Right, okay. So listen up, everyone, because Venus and Mars and Leo affect us all. So if you want to utilise that passion and fire, now's the time to do it. Right. You can't see it, so I'll just read it. Fire is connected to passionate and enthusiastic energies. It is present in the zest of and impulsivity, there we go, and spontaneity, and in the spark of new ideas. Its realm is one of quick movement and intense creativity. Fire also relates to destruction and rebirth and the vital purification. What can fire teach you about the present? And what can your passions and desires teach you about what's yet to come? Is there something that needs to be burned down in order to rise again? And what does the intensity of your creative flame whisper to you right now? Oh, I feel that's going to mean something to you. Is your creative force being stoked and tended? The element of fire deep dive. Light a candle. Well, you said you'd already done that earlier, so you're on it. Light a candle to begin. A deep dive into feeling your passion. Well, it actually says dive into, but I added deep. Find your passion. What's your level of passion for your situation? What's your fiery inspiration? If you could live in a state of inspiration, what would you be doing, and what would that look like? Keep it clean. I've seen her chart. Just laughing at. I'm laughing at the amount of times it's saying fucking flame and passion and. Right. Transformation. Fire is a creative phoenix. Oh, you're gonna like that too. It transforms things into their basic elements and gives them new life as mineral parts of another being. It begins anew. Meditate on the phoenix. When you are reborn like the phoenix, what does your life look like? And it's so funny, isn't it? Because I always talk about, like, particularly I go on about Scorpio, wait a minute, the phoenix rising and everything, Scorpio energy. But I know that you always love that as well, like stuff about the phoenix and stuff. So, dance. Move to your favourite music, to tribal or ancestral drumming, or even to the rhythm of nature and the elements around you. Stare deeply into a campfire, into the flame of a candle, and watch it move. But you see, this will also be to do with your solar return tomorrow, aka her birthday tomorrow, guys, if you didn't know that. You know what I mean? It's like it's always an ending and a beginning, isn't it? You're saying goodbye to the last year and hello to the next year. So there's something in that too. Allow your body to follow the flame as you move in sync with the element. Manifest your dream into your body. Maybe, just maybe, begin to lead the dance and watch as the flame begins to follow you. I'm not kidding. That's what it says. I love. If that isn't divine feminine, divine masculine, I don't know what is, guys. Maybe, just maybe, begin to lead the dance and watch as the flame begins to follow you. That's one of them mind blowing moments. Right, okay, so what else does Nyx need to know? Next, I'm going to do another few cards because it is her birthday. Holy shit balls indeed. I thought you'd like that. But so that definitely is going to have a personal meaning along with pulling the fucking fire card. I've just realised that. So along with pulling the fire card and that last bit, but that should be meaningful to everyone because it felt like, you know, one does the dance and the other follows. It actually reminds me of a Michael Bublé song. I don't know what it's called, but every time it comes on, I always think it's like that. And it's not a note. It's like it's one of the more recent. What is that one again? Oh, I need to look on my Spotify. Actually, that's going to annoy me. But it's just something. It's like he's describing a dance. I don't think it's a salsa. It could be any dance. The salsa's like that too, isn't it? But it's like one's leading, the other one's following. But in the song, it's like he's saying something about like. Oh, wait a minute. I need to see. Oh, of course it's not going to come up. Where the fuck is it? Is it on that album? Oh, it's wait a minute, higher. That's it. I haven't look. I didn't. It just popped into my mind. I didn't need to look. It's in that song that It's like it. That reminds me of the divine feminine, divine masculine dance. It's like whatever it is he's saying. It just reminds me of salsa or something. Anyway, you'll know what I mean if you've heard the song, right? And it also reminds me of Ascension because it's like talking about going higher, and it's like it's basically this is so funny. But I actually saw a synchronicity right before I came on here, and it was another divine feminine basically saying how much of the ick she gets when a guy is just basically not willing to make the effort for you. And I totally 100% agree. You know when you're healed enough and you never stop healing divine feminine when the biggest turnoff is somebody that is not willing to put in any effort or earn something. You know what I mean? And it's not like you need to earn it forever, but it's like put in a bit of fucking effort. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I've taken all this fucking time to heal my pain and trauma and heal other people, do you know what I mean? I'm expecting you to put in a bit of fucking effort, or at least get to the fucking garage like the guy on that card. Do you know what I mean? Oh dear. Sorry, I'm just having a wee laugh to myself there. Right, so dreams do come true. So dreams are coming true. This is still your message, like dreams coming true. So your dreams are coming true, and I would fucking well hope so on her birthday. For God's sake, if your dreams can't come true any other time of year, surely you can make them come true on her birthday. And I know this is a flimmer, but it's reminding me of the full moon right now. And it'll still be, you're basically having a full moon birthday because it's still the full moon tomorrow. And raising your standards, yeah. And you know what? Look at what I just said. Your dreams come true when you raise your standards. So I don't give a shit whether you're divine feminine. This is for Nyx, but this goes for everyone. I don't care whether you're divine feminine or divine masculine. You better fucking be raising your standards, and then your dreams come true. So if you're divine feminines, raise your standards. Your dreams will come true with your true masculine. If you lower your standards to let them away with bullshit, because that's basically how they've been allowed to treat other people, and you know, it's all that kind of shit. Then guess what? Your dreams won't come true. You'll just be kind of mulling about in some kind of weird place, and things will keep going wrong because you're not raising your standards. You know what I mean? So it's not, and that's very different from being high maintenance, right? And again, this is going so complex, but I get what they're saying. It's like, yeah, this is going too deep, but I get what they're saying. Right, anyway, it's too much because I'm just like, it's I don't want to be here forever, but it did just fit with what I said, 100%. But personally, bring it back because this is Nix's message, but it's going to make sense to everyone. Because you're raising your, so that was divine feminine. Divine masculine is raising their standards and not allowing themselves to be around people that do not value them, that talk down to them, that undermine you, that all these other lovely things that I've said, you know, detect the sarcasm. And when you can raise your standards and remove yourself, yes, remove yourself from anyone and the groups of people that make you feel like that, regardless of who they are, that's when your dreams come true. Boom, drop the mic moment. Yeah. Hey, if I get an A for my relationship grade for my twin flame journey, it's because I put in the effort. What's that to? I think we all deserve a fucking A for effort. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, but yes. But there isn't a teacher that gives us a grade for the twin flame journey, is there? It's just, you know what I mean? This is the thing. It's like, we're not doing it for Nathan. That's actually in the other video. We're not doing it for the external validation. Who the fuck would be on this journey for it? Do you know what I'm saying? It's not fun. It isn't fucking fun. There's bits that are alright, but it's not fucking fun. It's fun when you're with them. It's not fun when you're apart. I'm joking. Some of it is, but please God, Goddess, I'm ready to receive. Right, I feel like I want to pull next one more, and it feels like another one from here. Oh my God! And then of course they're like, "We just fucking told you. We just fucking told you." So next, I hope you're paying attention because it felt like your message spilled into everyone else. But yeah, raise your standards. So wherever it is, you basically, that feels like it fits. It feels like you're getting some pretty harsh kind of Capricorn. It must be because you've got a 10th house, a midheaven, and Capricorn. They're coming through through strong here. But it's like, you know, because like I said, that's double Capricorn energy. But it's like whenever you think you've raised your standards, raise them some more. I think there's more people that need to be sifted out your life, by the way. That's what, do you know what? And the reason how I know that is 100% of what they're saying to me, because they're showing me, and I know that you know a lot of what I've went through. Actually, you don't even know the fucking half of it this year, but it's like, you know what I mean? You know a lot of what I've went through, and it's kind of like, just when I thought that I had moved away from people that weren't valuing who I was in their lives, there was a whole lot of more, what do you call it when you're cutting down all the it's like there was a whole load of more fucking chopping down, you know what I mean? Removing of people. So it's something to do with that. And stand your ground yet. Fuck. This is now, so this is Nix's message, and but now I'm going to move over it, and this is for everyone, because that's the card I pulled on the collective one in the community tab. And look, it's not too far away from 144. So I'm not gonna look, but somebody can catch when I'm at I might catch it at the 144, but basically that's not a coincidence. Divine masculines are being guided to raise your standards and stand your ground. And speak your voice, creative expression, and that's the very first card. That is the first card that I pulled for Charlotte, and she's in that energy too. So these might still fit with Charlotte too. I'd imagine so, because that's what would happen if she was here talking. You know what I mean? This is where, basically, this is where a lot of yous are at. If you've not raised your standards, or even if you have, you're being guided to raise them even more, right? Because that is what I had to do for my inner divine masculine. So it means that whoever is my actual masculine would need to do the same at some point too. I also had to stand my ground on what I knew I didn't deserve. And even if that just meant removing myself from certain friendship groups, mainly for me, and wherever else, and standing up, speaking up to a lot of folk in my life, actually. And yeah, creative expression, wherever that fits in your life. For me, that is still is just to continue to speak my truth, like about this shit. Because not only is that 144, see that? Oh my God, that doesn't make sense. That's not very good English, but you know what I'm saying? Look at the card I pulled on 144, higher consciousness, because it's about the bigger meaning behind all of this. Like, I'm raising my standards for me, standing my ground for what I know I deserve, still speaking my truth, even though I mean, I'm actually talking about me directly now, but I feel I'm talking for the Divine Feminine. That it's like it's not easy for Divine Feminines to do that because it's pretty different. Like when you're out here raising people's consciousness and talking about things that a lot of people don't understand, yeah, it can get quite uncomfortable and you can be looking at it, observing it like, why did I come to Earth to do this? Like it's really pretty difficult. But all I know is I did. So I feel that's going to speak to other people about whether it's meant to speak to it. But for Divine Masculines as well, same thing. Then the Divine Masculine of the Divine Feminine realises, wait a minute, I need to raise my standards. I've not been allowing myself to have what it is I truly deserve. So now I need to stand my ground against people that have moulded me. I've allowed them to mould me into being something that actually I'm not. And I need to speak up about who I really feel I am now or who I'm becoming because my frequency's changing. See how it fits, and it doesn't matter whether you're a man, woman, whatever you identify as. It all made sense to me. But I hope it made sense to you. Environmental awareness. Again, this person's like, shit, I don't belong here anymore. I'm fucking off with my crow or my hawk or why is this person wearing it as like a, what is that? Is it an eagle? Anyway. Parenting and children, so there could be something about that, limiting beliefs, or it could be inner child healing, or it could be issues with parents, or it could be you're a parent with a child, so there's a whole load of different ways that could go. Follow your dreams. Actually, I know how that could go. That could be like where there's limiting beliefs from family about this is who you are, that's not who you are. We're expecting you to be who we've told you are, so, you know, who do you think you are to follow your dreams? But this is when so this is for someone, this is when you're like, well, I'm going to honour my true feelings, not what you've told me what my feelings are. And it's a bit scary when you're having to be so self-reliant and pushing people away because that's what you've been conditioned to do. But this says to me, I'm channeling, this is going to make sense to some, well, obviously I'm channeling the whole time, but I'm channeling someone's story. But positive expectations have come into whoever this is resonating for. Yeah. So basically that feels like someone's coming from being really self-reliant to having more hope and optimism about the future because they're facing the truth about their feelings. Right, okay. And I think I need to face the truth about my feelings that my throat's getting a wee bit sore actually. So I'm going to do... Could I do a quick fire of the... Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll do a quick fire because my foot's went to sleep too actually. I'll do a quick fire of my spread that I done earlier and then I'll go. Has everybody that's live on the thingy had their card? I think so, eh? I think this is one of these ones I'm not going to watch back. Right, so what else do we need to know before I do the spread? Storm. That's the one I pulled for someone earlier. Every hurricane comes to an end. So whatever that means to anyone, you're very welcome and have a very happy birthday tomorrow. You can manifest your every wish. Every hurricane comes to an end and you can manifest your every wish. And look, the 5th, so that's the day after your birthday. So however that makes sense to out there. Right, let's do the spread now. So, what intentions, goals are coming to fruition? Now, I was using this deck, but I'll just use it and not read the words. So, what intentions and goals are coming to fruition? Yes, may we all receive our new beginnings. Amen to that. Especially because that was the card from the community tab. But you need to first release that which is blocking the way of your blessings as well. For any of us that need to do that. So, what intentions and goals are coming to fruition for the collective that this is going to make? Let's do a Divine Feminine collective and then a Divine Masculine, because that's the only way I know how. And if you can remember, because I don't think I'll remember, but if I remember, I remember, but that's in the wrong place. The reward card. Oh my god, that means something. The reward card was in the wrong place. Somebody's reward has been held back from them. That feels like your divine inheritance or your divine union or both have been. Your reward was in the wrong deck, literally. Oh my god, too funny. Oh, right. What goals are coming to fruition for the divine feminines that are going to resonate with us? Stop, drop, and ground. One of the ones I've got no fucking idea what that means. To be honest. Light and the unexpected. Right. I feel it's got something to do with grounding. So grounding, trying to ground yourself in this energy, especially because Capricorn is about earth grounding energy, and light and unexpected, and it's the 16, which is the tower, is about finding the beauty even in the darkest of moments, because that's how the stars shine. I've mixed that saying up, but you know what I mean. It's the one in my living room. I'm going to have to drop out for the minis. Love you all. Thanks for right. Good night, and have a very happy birthday when it arrives tomorrow. And I love you too. Right. So, what is my work self-care balance? So, it's probably going to say rest or something, and that'll be my hint to go to my bed. So, what is the work self-care balance for the Divine Feminine collectives that are going to connect with us? And we've got focus on success. Well, if that ain't Capricorn, I don't know what is. I knew that was going to come up somewhere because I saw it when I was ringing it through. So yeah, focus on success, find the light and unexpected, and ground yourself, Divine Feminine. And guidance for reaching my highest timeline at this time is... Why are they... Oh, fuck's sake, I'm just going to pull one from here. What does this say? We cannot timidly wait for everything to fall into our laps. We will receive only as we rise and march, for destiny turns. It's here to those without fear. Oh, for fuck's sake. If that's not, look, going with focus on success and what I've just channeled, particularly about what I bought the other day, that, you know what I mean? It's like, fucking, you're rewarded for those that bloody stay the course, basically. What karmic lesson is completing? What deck was I going to use for that? This one. Karma. This is... Oh my god. My guides are hilarious. DNA and karma. So it's like, yeah, you're being rewarded. This divine feminines are being rewarded. It's like, it's literally karma. The good karma coming back around for the hard work that you've put in, and for finding the light in the darkness, for staying grounded, and for focusing on success. And success, the path to success is not fun and it's not easy. But it's the ones, it's like I said, it's the ones that stay the course. And that completely fits with the twin flame journey. It does. I've actually, I was about to say I actually have, if truth be told, not argued, but I've had kind of, you know, people trying to, when I've spoken to them, like kind of give excuses and reasons for why it would be reasonable to go off course with someone else. And yeah, and I've been like, that doesn't resonate with me, and I've stood my course. So do you know what I mean? It's people that get that are going to get it, basically. What intentions, goals are coming to fruition for the divine masculine? Let's see if it mirrors. Anyone see if it notices? Oh, I'm losing my words. Does anyone notice if we get the same cards? I'm sure I'll notice, but in case I miss it. DNA, do not answer. That's hilarious. Do not answer. Oh dear. Yeah, do not answer the karmic's call. Answer the twin flames call. But the question is, do you know the difference? Do you know the difference? Oh, how interesting. What intentions, goals are coming to fruition? It's a bit like, I've no idea why they're showing me this, but oh, why do I need to say that? Oh my god, they're guiding me to say it. I don't think I've ever shared this before, but 2 hours deep, we're probably safe. But if we're not, then whatever, and I don't really give a shit. At a time in my life, right, when it wouldn't have been that unusual to kind of now and again out the blue get a call from who I know is my, well, I didn't know the time, but who I know now is my karmic, I used to shake. And I mean, like, my whole body would, like, I would shake, and I felt sick, but not in a good way. I'm not talking about excitement. Like, I actually felt sick and I would shake and I'd have to, even if it was in the summer, I'd have to put the covers over me and I didn't want to answer the phone because I was scared. This isn't funny, by the way, right? And then if I compare it to whenever my twin flame called me, I was fucking buzzing out, but I was fucking buzzing. Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, I was shitting myself too, but I was like excited and I was like, oh my God. I was like, what the fuck's he phoned me for? And it was different, but it was different. Do you know what I mean? It was a different kind of, like, I wasn't like shaking, like, oh my God, I'm fucking scared. And like, do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, but even then, you'd think it would be perfectly obvious who was who. But I'm just being humbly honest when I say I was putting my twin flame in the category of he's just a bit of fun because that's all he wants of me. But in another alternate universe, I wish he wanted more because I would want I would want the whole shebang with him. But the other guy who's treating me like crap and gaslighting me, fuck, and all of that, like he's my, you know what I'm saying? No, no. Just sometimes it's fucking staring you in the face. So, oh my God, did it just said reconnecting? It just said reconnected. But then the other complicated thing is it doesn't even matter. Like I'm fucking glad I didn't work it out. I'm glad I didn't work it out till when I was meant to. Because if I'd worked out even sooner, that would have meant I was one of the ones that consciously knew for 20 years. Whereas 30 is bad enough. Anyway, there we go. That's my story. We'll put it in a book one day. Right, so what intention anyway, come on, this divine masculine doesn't want to tell us what intentions and goals are coming to fruition for this divine masculine collective. I'm so glad I caught this stream, and also I'm excited for the future. I know that session, Claire, when it does happen, will help clarify my greatest questions. Well, we will endeavour to do so. No pressure then, Nathan. You'll get exactly what it is you need on the day that you have it, because that's always my intention. Right, okay, so it will be life-changing, Nathan, in a very good way. Thank you, Michelle. Right, so it's always courtesy of your own guides and ancestors that brought you to me, but I have to give credit to my ones and me too. Right, okay, so come on, divine masculine to the divine feminine. I forgot the divine feminine's card. What did the divine feminine's card say? I can't fucking remember. This is like the real journey. It's like I'm fucking remember. What did it say? I'm being serious. I genuinely can't remember the divine feminine's card. Oh, it was drop, stop, and ground, and the light and the dark. Right, divine masculine. We have change maker making waves. Yeah, exactly. So don't remember. Thank you for your honesty. So this divine masculine is making waves. Maybe they're making waves. Oh, there's a fucking wave of the kids. I fucking blame the kids. It's probably my Chris. I think you're right, Michelle. I think I'm trying to blame it on the kids, right? But I don't even think they were eating in the bed. It was me eating the crisps last night. I know you shouldn't eat crisps in bed, but sometimes you just gotta fucking do it, man. Change maker making waves. So divine masculines making waves. So I feel that's about the divine masculines that are speaking their truth. And some people around them ain't going to like it. But look, fierce serenity, yep, it's definitely that. So this will resonate with you if you feel like you're doing that and you're making waves. Good, keep doing it. And they've just pulled me up to a postcard that also says up there, making waves with a whale on it. I'm not kidding. Did I not? I pulled you a whale card not that long ago. Or was it, did my niece draw you a whale or something, Michelle? Was it the whale that she drew you? I'm sure she did. I'm sure she did. What is my work self-care balance? So what is the work self-care balance for this masculine? I'm going to laugh if one of the funny cards comes out here. Crisp on, sister. I will. I wanted salt and vinegar McCoys. You know when you're just like, I need a good crisp? And my mum brought me up ones that were not that, but I was grateful that she brought me them at all. Right, okay, so that's what I was eating last night, the salt and vinegar McCoys. Right. What does this divine masculine need to know for a work-life balance? Time. Well, look, and Capricorn. Look, so we got focus on success for divine feminine, and divine masculine has time. And both these elements, both these themes are Capricorn. Time spent worrying is time spent. So either divine masculines are worrying right now, or they've realised that there's no point in worrying, and they're getting on their meditating. as well, that actually does fit with some of the things that you've shared, doesn't it? Is that bringing about that balance. Guidance for reaching my highest timeline at this time. And that was this. We have... Oh God, I just chunked them all about the place. I won't let others... Oh my God, this doesn't look how much these all like match. I won't let others stoke fear in my heart. I choose to remain true to who I am and where my dreams direct me, no matter the hardship I might incur. Right, well, I'm gobsmacked. I'm absolutely gobsmacked, because that does pull together everything that I've channeled tonight, and whatever I just channeled about. That's pretty crazy, actually. What karmic lesson is completing? That's these cards. Right. Two. Oh my God. And I swear every time, this is very interesting, every time I do this, I feel one's about the shaman, and I take it to mean it's about empowerment. So look, ancient healing wisdom, shaman, and wind activation. It's like, now, if we were in, I'm just trying to think, wait a minute, I want to look at the astrology. Yeah, I didn't think so. It's like there's a whole load of water and earth and fire, and there isn't any wind in the mate. So that's how interesting. It's like you're having to create your own energy, because that is the missing element. Oh my God, that stopped me in my tracks. I literally typed into Google search exactly when you pulled that. Very relevant. Oh, interesting. What do you mean? What did you type into Google? Yeah, that's what I'm taking that to mean, because there isn't any air elements, right, in the astrology right now. It's like you're having to activate like this ancient healing wisdom within yourself. You're having to think like, and air is like, air and wind is like thinking and thoughts. It's like you're having to conjure up, think up. Oh my God, really? That reminds me of the song from that's my favourite song from or one of them from a piece of music rather, from Inception, that's called Time. That's the one that you liked when I put on the shorts. But it's like, yeah, that's relevant actually, because those of you, Michelle's heard me say that, but for anyone else that hasn't heard me say that, I've always felt when I hear that song, it reminds me of the Twin Flame journey, because you can tell it's like that song is about somebody that's went through a journey. How am I meant to sing it, Michelle? It's not got words. It's like, you just want to laugh, eh? It's like, do, 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 do. And then it's like, no, I can't. You knew that was going to happen. You're cruel. You knew it, but it's funny. You can't sing it. It's just a tune. Do you know what I mean? I would play it on here, but I'd get copyrighted, and and that's it. But yeah, go and listen to yourself, guys. But it's like, it is a really, thanks. I tried my best. And then also, oh my God, the Welcome the Divine Masculine. That scene in that film always reminds me of welcoming home a divine masculine, because they say to him before he walks through the gates after getting off the plane, "Welcome home, Mr. Such and Such." And I don't know why, but it just always reminds me of the Twin Flame journey, because it's like he's still looking a bit confused. Like he's on the plane looking confused, looking at all the people, and then he's coming off the plane and he's walking through the thing and he's like, am I awake? Is this a dream? You know what I mean? And that's why it reminds me of the Twin Flame journey. It's like he doesn't really truly actually believe he's there until he gets home and then he sees his kids. I mean, you'd only get what that's about if you've seen the film. Sorry, I think I just spoiled it. I didn't really spoil it, but you're the best, Claire. These messages are so important. Thank you. I'm glad you appreciate them, though, as to go to the message that was in the video from earlier. We don't lean upon the outside validation. We need to do it without the outside validation. But I'd be lying if I said it didn't feel good when I know that when I get the validation that it is helping people. So thank you for being those people. Oh my god, triumphant, triumphant. This is very Capricorn energies. There's triumphant rewards coming for people. If you could only see my face, and I'm not turning the camera around on my face because I haven't even washed my face today. I've not washed my face, I've not brushed my teeth. Yes, I'm a beautiful sight to behold. That's blew my fucking mind. I've just said triumphant reward as I was picking up the reward card face down. I didn't know this was. That's how psychic I am. It's not even really about being psychic, to be honest. I don't see that as being psychic. It's God speaking through me, and He knew what the card. Well, he, she, whatever gender God wants to be. You know, it's like it's not more say He. You know, knew that that's what that card was. Triumphant rewards are nearby because Saturn is the planet that rules Capricorn. And Saturn is a very hard taskmaster, but if you stay the course, it will reward you. And it's why not everyone gets rewarded with a very rewarding twin flame union, because not everybody can stay the course. So the question, my friends out there, are you one of the ones that stays the course, or are you bowing out to Soulmate Island? I'll let you decide. A dragonfly just flew by me, and there are not many around here. And Michelle, do you realise that the dragonfly is a very special, significant sign to me? If you didn't realise that, it is. So thank you for saying that. The dragonflies are typically, well, to me, they're about transformation, and if you Google them, they'll say that too. But yeah, dragonflies are one of the guides at my heart, so that feels very meaningful as well. Right. Oh, look, see, and so you, me, and you both resonate with the wolf and the dragonfly then. But I've found that with everyone that's connected that hangs around in chats, is we're all attracted to quite a lot of similar things. So, it's because we're soul family. Right, I'm gone now. My throat's. Oh, actually, I better watch. I wasn't joking. This is activating. Oh, that's. I've just realised something even deeper. See, when I've just pulled the wind and the activation, right? This is my third house, which is Gemini energy, which is wind and air. And so it could even be that because that card was shaman and whatever else it said, ancient healing wisdom, I am bringing the element through where it is in my chart to this to bring in that element that we're missing. Do you know what I mean? So I just thought about it in that way too, because that's not, the Capricorn, not everyone's third house is going to be where it is for me, unless you've got Scorpio rising as well. But it's very interesting. Or like I suppose if you've got a 10th house in Gemini, that could be relevant too, or any other things that would make that the way. But I'm losing my brain power. Right, so I will stay the course clear. I've decided not to go a new romantic encounter. I want to pass this twin flame test. Well, Nathan, just email me and just let's just see when. Just email me and give me an idea when it is, because again, I have to. By the way, I just have to stress this because people will be like, it's like basically what I'm saying is. It's very hard for me to, because I would never tell anyone what to do. It's just, whatever I've said it because it's important that everyone realise that. I feel that Nathan is basically on the divine feminine path. So he never seems to resonate with what I'm channeling for divine masculines. I don't mean never as in you never, because some, you know what I mean? It's because even I resonate with some divine masculine, but you know what I'm saying? You primarily always appear to be resonate with divine feminine. So, because I think it would be slightly different if it was divine masculine. Again, I can't really say because it is what it is, but there was just something felt. Yeah, I do know. It's everything in what I said, because that's not just me saying it. It was like, oh, you saw the cards that came out, because it was about seeing through the veil of illusion, love and compassion. I really think you already know the answer. Exactly. It's Well, is it really worth it? Anyway, that's yeah. Um, and it's so not a coincidence I'm about to watch Love Island, because I'm about to watch, and again, that's not deep at all, because there's no twin flames on that, and it's some of them might find true love, you know what I mean? Some of them might find actual love, because there are some couples that met on that are together, but it's rarely ever the ones that win, which I find quite funny. I think I can think of one couple that won that are still together, but you know what I'm saying? It's like it does just accrue a whole load of more karma, I think, because with twin flames, it's like if you already know that they're the one that's really distrusting and mistrust, it's well, it's about are they worth the wait or not? And if it's your twin flame, you absolutely know and believe and trust that you know that they are worth. Look, you know that they are worth that. Yeah. Right, I need to go. Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasant and enlightening experience. You're welcome. Thank you for joining me. We've all made it what it is. Peace, love, crisps, and Love Island. Thank you. And chocolate chip cookies, Michelle. And can I just add, I do not advocate, I don't know where that word's come from either, but I do not recommend that you eat all this junk food all the time. But sometimes it's just got to be done right. I've juiced celery for about 4 weeks in a row, and I'm having a fucking break before I go back to that shit, because it's fucking disgusting, but it's very good for you. I've waited 8 to 10 years, so yes, they're worth the wait, exactly. What's another 8 to 10 years, David? I'm joking. Believe me, I'm fucking joking. Nobody's waiting that long. Triumphant rewards are nearby. Right, see you later. Bye.